Hello Crafty friends, I'm Lynn from Studio Kato and I'm so happy you're joining me again today for another video. Today it is time for another Reverse Confetti blog hop, so make sure to catch all of the inspiration by heading over to my blog in the link in the description, and from there on you can hop along with all the other creators on this hop to see their Reverse Confetti inspiration. Now, the day I made this card, I actually made 2 cards at once, and the second one will be on the Reverse Confetti YouTube channel tomorrow, so make sure to check that one out as well. It has a really fun painting technique that is super easy, but that is why you see me stamp 2 images, and there are a couple of things that I made double, so if you're confused about that, I'm only using 1 image in today's card, but if you're curious about what I did with the second one, make sure to catch the video on the Reverse Confetti YouTube channel tomorrow. Now, both of these images are from the Dog Days stamp set, which is a really fun and cute summer stamp set, and I stamped them both onto Clairefontaine DCP 250 GSM cardstock with my favorite things, extreme black ink. This ink is Copic marker friendly or alcohol marker friendly. I am just using my budget alcohol markers and I'm coloring these in pretty simple. I'm not worried too much about the shading. It doesn't even make sense with the sun where it is. I realized that only after I had colored the trunks of the palm trees, but it's just a card. It's not that deep. So I'm just coloring them how I want them to look, and I'm, again, keeping things really simple. These palm trees could have done with a little bit more contrast, I guess, but I know the background of my card is going to make the card pop, and I'm not too worried about this image, to be honest. Now, what I do like about these images is having a glossy black outline. So to do that, I put them both back in my Misti. A stamping tool is great for this. And I stamped them again in Versafine Onyx black ink. I can do that because I left the stamps inside of my Misti before coloring. Sprinkle on the embossing powder and I heat set the images as well. Again, I was making 2 cards, so if you're making 2 cards as well, do all of these steps at once. You only have to heat up or let your heat tool heat up once to emboss both of these images. That's going to save you a little bit of time. I lined up the coordinating die and die cut the images out, and then I am working with a large rainbow circle by Reverse Confetti. It is one of my favorite dies. It's so beautiful. And I first dry embossed this onto a piece of thick white cardstock. That's going to help me line up all of these colored pieces on a separate piece, so I don't have to do it directly onto my card base, because I do want to add a little bit of dimension behind this panel. So I dry embossed it, I cut it out with some scissors. I wasn't worried about being precise at all, because no one is going to see that white circle. I actually cut it a little bit smaller on most sides, and then you're going to see in the end, I'm going to have to trim off a little bit of extra white space at the top. But I just die cut this out of a bunch of sunset colors. I literally Googled tropical sunset paintings or tropical sunset on Google Images to get a color inspiration. I knew it went all the way to purple in some of those images, and I wanted to know the exact color combination, so I figured Google image search would help. Now I'm making a circle card, which I love doing with circle dies, like the large rainbow circle, and I just die cut 2 panels out of thick white cardstock with a basic circle die. I added a score line to one of them. This is going to be the back panel of my card. And I am adding glue or liquid adhesive to every bit above that score line. That is going to be my hinge. So this is my card base. It's just 2 circles glued together right above the score line of the back one. I'm using my bone folder to make sure it's adhered nicely, and also to again, reinforce that crease in the back panel there. Now I used my white cardstock for this card base because it is very, very sturdy. It's 300 GSM. It's the thickest cardstock that I have. And I am going to add a beautiful blue teal circle, again cut with the same die, so it's the same size, to the front of it to add dimension behind my rainbow sunset circle. I am using some foam. I cut that very crudely with some scissors, and I'm just using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere this together because it's a little bit stronger, and this craft foam sometimes just doesn't want to adhere really. So I did check after a couple of days if it was properly adhered. Otherwise, I would have used some double-sided adhesive. That seems to do the trick usually, but I felt like using liquid glue that day. I am making sure that's really adhered nicely, so I'm pressing it down a lot. And then this already has some foam tape on the back, just putting that in place right there. So it's just some palm trees on the beach, a really fun tropical summer scene. It's really, really easy, a really simple scene, and it's really beautiful with those bright colors. I love how this background turned out, and I am not at all sorry that I didn't put much more effort into the trees. Now I thought about adding a sentiment to this and decided against it because I didn't want to cover up any more of that background. I just added some sparkle in there. These are the Enchanted Garden Meraki sparkle gems from Crafty Meraki. And you also saw a sneak peek of the card for tomorrow. So I hope you check that out as well, that video. But this is my finished card for today, for today's hop. And make sure you check out more of the inspiration on my blog. You can find the links to all of the other blog posts from all of the other designers participating today, and you can get a whole lot more reverse confetti inspiration that way. I hope you check all of that out. I hope you like the card. I hope you like the video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to read them. And I will leave a playlist linked on top of this video. And I think it's going to be some die cut cards because I had a lot of fun with this die cut background. I hope you liked the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching.